Joe Messino here with the World of Wellness, and today I'm here with one of our newest practitioners, naturopathic physician Ashley Rozzi. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Joe. Thank you for having me.
Well, we wanted to give everybody an idea of exactly what it is that you do here. Because, not everybody knows what the Zyto machine does. Not everybody knows that it's a lie detector test for your whole body. But you do so much more than that with lifestyle and diet and things like that. So tell us a little bit about you first.
Sure. I have been working in nutrition for a very long time, almost a decade, but I specialize in digestive wellness.
Okay.
So looking at people's lifestyle and their nutrition and where the imbalances are, right?
Right.
And creating a protocol that works for them to get them on the path to whatever health looks like for them, whether it's weight loss, whether it's increased energy, whether it's brain fog, so that help improve focus, all those things that just make living a little bit
And aren't
better.
all of those things pretty much related?
They are, and it all stems from the gut, because
Right.
one thing we know is that all illness and all disease begin in the gut.
Begins in the gut,
And
right.
one of the tools I love to use is the Zyto Skin.
Okay, so this is the Zyto Skin. Now it's a very unique and unobtrusive device, right? It's just this little handheld, palm, I guess, held device that people put their hand on after you log them into the system, right?
Yes.
And then you get readings. Now we call it a lie detector test for your whole body, but what does that mean?
So basically what it does is it looks at imbalances, right? It looks at the body core systems, from the endocrine system, cardiovascular system, gastrointestinal system.
Okay.
It looks at levels like sleep, hydration. It looks at all those fun things, right? That kind of
How does it look at those?
So when you put your hand on there, it sends little stressors to your
Okay.
hand, and it reads the results, very similar to
Right.
a lie detector test.
Right.
It's a galvanic skin.
Okay.
It works the same
That's it.
way.
So it's a galvanic skin response.
Correct.
Is the technical name for it, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's what a lie detector test is. It's galvanic as well, right?
Right. So I guess the only way if somebody couldn't pass it would be if they're a psychopath, right? I think those are the only type of people that can't pass.
Yeah. But that doesn't work on this.
No.
No. Okay. That doesn't work.
So that that little device will look at, it doesn't diagnose, but it looks at imbalances.
Okay.
And I get a whole picture because I also look at urine and saliva to see how well the gut's assimilating, how
Right.
well the person's eliminating. And I get a very extensive report on their lifestyle, on everything they're doing, their health history. And I like to put that all together to
Okay.
create a customized
Right.
plan.
So you're doing a customized lifestyle plan for them based on all of these factors, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so it's amazing. It gives you, and it's only a few minutes.
It's only a few minutes, right? But the test itself only takes a few minutes, but then you end up spending upwards of an hour with your clients,
I
right?
do, and what I do is I gather all the information, and I will ask the client to leave while I create their program, and I bring them back in and we go over everything together.
Okay.
So to see if this works for them. Or
Is that
not
all
for
in the
them.
same visit?
It is. It's
Okay.
on the first visit. So when they walk out of the office, they know what they need to do to be healthy or to
Okay.
achieve the results or their
Right.
goals.
Good.
And it's done with food. I like to use some supplements to help, expedite the healing process. And, I make it really doable for their lifestyle.
So when they leave after that hour, they have a plan.
They do.
Okay.
They do. And I always ask, when are you going to start this?
Right.
Like, don't rush into it. Let's plan this.
Plan the start date. Right.
Yes.
'Cause I think a lot of people feel like, oh my God, I got to start this tomorrow?
Right. And
I'm not ready.
And I have a party coming up, or I have
Right,
this.
right.
And I also show you how to navigate those things
Okay.
of parties, of
Right.
social events. That's huge because, so many times
Sure,
people,
especially this time of year.
oh yeah, this time of year is a big one. And we've talked extensively about, the holidays
Sure.
and how people will stay on track. And
Right.
what I've seen time and time again is if somebody will go off and not have a plan of how to get back on, they'll start around Halloween time, and then
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, and then we have
Yeah.
all the holiday parties, and then we have Christmas Eve, we have Christmas Day, and then New Year's. And before you know it, it only...
So let me ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
Can they start this plan in this season?
This is a great time to start the plan. I was doing a consult last night with my client who's down 39 pounds, and she said, you know what? She goes, this is so easy. I went off for 3 days, jumped back on and dropped the weight. She goes, and I'm eating all the time. She goes, this almost makes me feel like I can cheat. And I don't want you to ever think it's cheating, but maybe you're eating things that aren't on your program,
right?
But you can jump right back on.
Right.
And that's,
I never liked that word either, cheat meal.
Right.
I think it's it should be a reward meal if you do anything. But the
enjoy.
word cheat is just wrong connotation.
Exactly. And then when you say, oh no, you can't have that, it's like you can't enjoy the holidays because food, I mean, I know you and we talk about food all the time, and that's a huge part of our life, right? I love food, and I think my clients do. So I make it fun so they can eat and enjoy
and maybe
food.
they'll love food even more. Once they're done.
Well,
with
that's
your
the
program.
thing. They're like, I love this food. I'm eating, like, you can have cookies, you can have brownies. I have great ways to make them a little bit healthier so you don't get that bloating or that fatigue. Because it's not fun when you feel sick after you eat.
Sure, and those are all those symptoms that people feel are the direct result of these chemicals and all of these foods, right?
Yes, because it's not real. Exactly, they're not eating real food.
Right.
Yeah, our bodies were never meant to break down chemicals.
Right.
You know, if you give somebody and you change it up instead of doing, all-purpose flour, white flour, wheat flour, and you put cassava, it tastes amazing. It's like wow. Or
we started using cassava flour.
How do you like it?
It's great. You don't know the difference,
right? You don't.
Not at all.
And it's those little changes that have such a huge effect on health down the road.
Right.
Like the oil someone cooks in. That's what you talk about that a lot.
I know.
Like that's one of the biggest things.
It's one of the biggest things. I mean, you see it all over the place. Everybody's still pushing vegetable oil and canola oil, and they have no idea the damage that's doing.
Right, and it's affecting them on a cellular level, and
Right.
I'm like, if you change one thing over the holidays, change the oil.
Yeah, I mean, if you just go to something like avocado oil, right? Or even I know. Look, at Christmas time, we do the 7 fishes, and we got to have the calamari. We got to have the smelts. We have a deep fryer, but we use peanut oil.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a cleaner oil. It has a high burn rate, and we're not using it over and over and over. It's just one time.
Right, exactly. One time is not going to hurt you. We do the smelts too, and the one year I breaded mine in almond flour. They were so good. I love smelts.
Me too. So okay, let's quit talking about food.
I know,
okay?
right? I'm getting hungry.
I know.
Wait, how many days till Christmas? How many days till Christmas Eve?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I know. That sounds really good right now. Let me. So do you want to do a Zyto Skin?
Sure, let's do a Zyto Skin.
All right, let me put you in here. Okay, here we go.
So what vital information do you have to have in there?
So name, gender, birth date, and that's it.
That's it?
That's all the information.
Not even height and weight?
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's less than you actually need for the Oligo Scan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Oligo Scan is very similar. You need age, you need gender, height, weight, and blood type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit more. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, we're going to do that on you.
So I'm just going to put you in here.
Okay.
And then you can go ahead and put your hand on there.
Okay. It doesn't matter which hand?
It doesn't matter. The only thing, if you have your phone on you, I asked that.
Take it out.
Yeah, because I think that can affect it.
Sure. Electromagnetic field radiation.
And then you can put your hand on whenever you're ready, and then we will, and it'll show a video, but we don't have to watch that. But it just kind of shows, it's just, so it basically, this is a great way to check and see how, if your body's requiring different supplements, what'll help you at the time. What I really like too is it will even, I've gotten so used to reading it, how to read it certain ways if there's food sensitivities.
Okay.
And so it just shows you a lot. So it's a great way to check, do a wellness checkup. Say, hey, I started a new program, I've been eating a certain way. I want to come in and just get a Zyto. I want to see if that's working because I'm feeling a little inflamed.
Right. So someone that starts like one of these diets, like a paleo or a keto diet, they could actually come in and see how their body's reacting to it.
Exactly. Yep.
That's a big plus.
It is. And, sometimes, too, a lot of people will eat dairy and they'll think they're eating good dairy. And maybe they are, but they're noticing more mucus when they wake up in the mornings or congestion. Okay. And that's a telltale sign of, hey, maybe dairy's not working that great for you.
Yeah.
So maybe we just need to cut it out for a few months and bring it back in. Okay. Like a lot of time of food sensitivity, you just cut something out for 3 months, maybe 6 months, depending.
Yeah, I mean 3 to 6 months. That's the time that your cells turnover and, systems in your body regenerate. So that makes sense.
Yeah, so usually can introduce the food and be okay.
Right. Okay.
So it's nice. So I always tell somebody this isn't necessarily lifestyle. It's just right now to get your
Right.
body healing. Then we introduce different foods.
Okay.
And sometimes I say, when I'm dealing in weight loss and weight maintenance are two different things, right? So getting people to understand, because you have to retrain how you're thinking.
Right.
You've done a weight loss program for so many months.
Yeah.
Now trying to introduce new foods and knowing that it's okay.
Yep. Knowing that it's okay. I think that's a big part of it.
It is a big part.
Because I think the guilt and the apprehension, is what holds a lot of people back.
It does, and that idea of perfection. So what? Maybe you go to a birthday party and you have a piece of cake. That's okay. It doesn't mean that the whole next 3 days you need to eat off. It just means, okay, maybe it wasn't perfect, but it's progress over perfection.
Right.
And it's totally fine.
Okay. Totally fine. You heard it. You heard it. It's okay. Have that piece of birthday cake. It's
It
bad
is.
luck if you don't.
Right? You have
You gotta
to.
have a piece of birthday cake. Right.
You do. Now, you can always do a gluten-free, dairy-free cake, too, if you want.
Yeah, okay. Now you're pushing it.
Those you have to go to certain bakeries.
Yeah. And you might want to skip the ice cream, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Right, you gotta just
Although
enjoy
they
it.
do have an oat-based ice cream at Sarah's.
They have it at Pages.
Do they?
It's good. Did you try it?
Yeah, I did try it.
It's
At
very
Sarah's,
good.
it was very good.
It's very creamy.
The kids liked it. Everybody liked it.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. I almost want it like that over regular.
Yeah, it was. It was very good.
Now, have you tried the cashew ice cream?
I have not.
I've
Not
heard
yet.
really good things about it. I haven't tried it either. But cashews, if you
I
blend
love
them,
cashews. I eat them all the time.
they're good.
Yeah, they're one of my
I made a
favorites.
cheesecake out of cashews.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
good. Yeah, they get very creamy if you blend them.
So, Ashley's going to be doing a very special event here at the World of Wellness coming up November 17th at 6 p.m., 6 to 7. It's called Eat This, Not That for the Holidays. And it's perfect timing. We're going to give everybody options on all of their favorite things. You're going to make a few things too,
I am.
right?
I'm going to have some foods to sample.
Some foods to sample. So it's open to the public. It's free. Come on in. Make sure that you don't even have to register for this. You just come on in.
Yeah.
We want you to come on in and try it, listen, and you're going to learn a lot. And you're going to be able to use it, not just for the holidays, but all the time, right?
You can, and it's really doable. And I'm not saying you have to give up your favorite foods, but maybe you want to incorporate some of these. I mean, it's really nice. I have done this years with different clients, and they love these recipes. I mean, they love them.
Yeah.
There's a recipe. I won't be able to make it for this because I can't keep it warm, but it's a squash pie, and it's a savory. My one client was putting it with her breakfast and putting pure maple syrup on it. She loved it.
And it should be served warm.
It should.
Yeah.
You could eat it cold, like I have, but I wouldn't if I was just giving that to a person for the first time.
So if we get something in here, it'll keep it warm. You'll make one for us?
I can make it, yeah.
Okay.
It's actually pretty easy to make, too.
Is it?
It really is, yeah.
So is it take the place of something else? Is it like...
You know what? It's a good, vegetable side dish. And, I will make it and take it over families for the holidays. They love it. So it's a good side dish. Just put a
Is
little
it like
twist
a
on squash.
ricotta pie?
It's creamy but
Yeah.
nothing takes the place of ricotta. I love
That's for sure.
That's one of my favorites.
One of my favorites, too.
But you can take your hand off. It's coming
okay.
up. But it's
Good.
it's like squash and eggs blended, some
Mhm.
cinnamon. It's very good.
Oh, good.
And squash is such a great vegetable, right? You can make it sweet, savory.
And that's the thing. We talk about this a lot with Dr. Tracy too, and that is you should eat the foods that are in season,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's a big part of it. Squash is in season. All of these,
Yeah.
root things like pumpkin, squash, potatoes, all these things they're in season, and this is the time to eat them.
It is. And do you ever notice you crave them during those times?
Yeah, sometimes. Some things like that, especially like
want that
beets and
warm-
potatoes.
Yeah.
I could eat beets all year round.
Me too. I love beets
But-
and sweet potatoes, and
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah, but I gotta have a scoop of whipped cream on my pumpkin pie. Sorry.
That's okay. Didn't you say you tried the
Coconut whipped cream. It's really good.
I bet I
It's
love
really
coconut,
good.
so.
Yeah, you can get coconut whipped cream.
I may. It depends. A raw pumpkin pie. I may do
Okay.
it. That might be a good
All right,
taste tester.
good.
So do you want to see your results?
Sure.
So I guess we want to aim it this way. So
We're gonna let the whole world see my results.
maybe not.
Uh-oh.
So
We might have to edit this.
Yeah, I know. Wait, maybe I'll turn it this way. So basically there's like a graph, right? And it just shows you how many biomarkers are out of range. And then at first it'll show you what supplements bring those into range.
Okay.
And then we get into the body core system.
Okay.
So let's see what you're calling for. And you'll have to let me know, do you take any of these daily?
I take DMG a lot. Sometimes the liquids, sometimes the chewables.
Yeah, love DMG.
Yeah, I take DMG. Well, they're both on there. See, liquid and chewable. Good.
So you could probably...
I don't take iron, though.
Okay.
I don't take iron, no.
Yeah, so that's interesting. That one ranked the highest for you.
So that's what it's telling me, that I should start taking the Easy Iron. Okay.
Yeah, the great thing about the Easy Iron, I actually take that. I had very low iron, so I started this, and in 30 days, my iron was back to normal. So I stay on it about 3 times a week.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been taking as much of the DMG lately because I've been taking it in with the CoQ10 600.
Oh yeah, I take that too.
But yeah, I should be taking more DMG.
Yeah, you could just add to it.
Yeah.
This looks awesome,
It's
this
part of the-
category. So this is how well does your body deal with stressors.
Okay.
And everything looks great, except the immune system's just a little bit. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anybody who's can break down every stressor perfectly.
And this time of year, everybody's immune system's working, overdrive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so exactly. That is so true. Your diet and nutrition looks perfect.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, it looks great.
Diet and nutrition. Okay, let's see. We got diet and nutrition. We got hydration, inflammation.
And then
I'm at 0?
so 0 is an interesting thing. 0 can mean 2 different things.
Okay.
It can mean you don't have any at all, or you have so much that it's zeroed it out. So, but you know what? I'll know more as we look. Your
Okay.
hydration's great. So right there, I'm saying that your inflammation probably is very low.
Okay.
Because your hydration is so good.
I'll tell you, you may not even have this nutrient in the program yet. Do you have the SPM in there yet?
You know what? I don't know. It hasn't pulled yet, so I wonder.
You have to get that in there because I've been taking that for about a month or 2.
That's probably
And
why.
that's why that inflammation marker, folks, is at 0 from the SPM.
And listen, I've put people on SPM, and within 2 days, they noticed a huge
Wow.
difference.
Oh, yeah, you do. I mean, joints, everything, it all feels better.
Yeah.
But that's validation.
So that makes sense and I agree because your hydration's so good. Usually if somebody's dehydrated, inflammation will be high, but your hydration's perfect.
Good.
Interesting. That's good to know about the SPM too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I rarely.
Now, let me ask you something. Is this showing you a marker of recent activity, or is it spanning more time, like weeks,
Great.
months, years?
That is a great question.
Okay.
So it will show acute responses.
Okay.
So say you just went and have this big greasy breakfast, right? I might see a gallbladder on there.
Okay.
That you don't,
Okay.
and I can find out by
Yeah.
asking. So I know if there's like it's acute, but it'll show both. Is to answer
Right.
your question, it'll show both.
Because, I'm looking at the sleep marker. Now, I usually sleep really well, but last night I didn't.
And it's showing.
And
that
it's
off.
showing, right, and it's
Yeah.
off. Last night I woke up at like 2 or 2:30, and I couldn't get back into a solid sleep. I'd fall asleep, wake up,
Yeah.
fall asleep, wake up. So I did not get a great, I usually do, I didn't.
And that's.
And look at that, it's showing up, yeah.
Yep. So that's let's see what else is going on. Toxic stress looks very good. So now let's look at the detoxification system.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean you get them in the body. It just means your body doesn't like it when it tests it.
Okay.
Your body does not like herbicides. Your body doesn't deal well with like off bacteria, right?
Okay.
Like bad pathogenic bacteria.
Right, okay.
So it's just showing me some of these things that are out of range, and look, 0 for viruses. You are
Wow. No viruses.
no viruses. So let's keep going down here and look at the gastrointestinal system.
Okay.
So, do you take a multivitamin?
I take so much stuff, but I don't take a multi, probably
Yeah.
because I take so many other
Right.
individual things.
Yeah.
I do not take a multi, and it's telling me I should.
Well, let me ask you, did you eat breakfast today?
No. not
Okay,
yet.
that could be why some of these are showing.
Okay.
So it just means a little bit
So
more
should
nutrients.
somebody eat before a Zyto?
I like someone to do exactly what they do on a normal basis.
Okay.
Don't go eat off, but if you eat breakfast, eat what you
Yeah,
normally have,
okay.
because that's a great indication to see what's going on.
Because I normally eat my first meal of the day around lunchtime.
Okay.
So I do a type of intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So that's probably why that's showing.
Yeah, it's showing that you just need more nutrients right now, and
Right
it's just
now,
because your
right.
body's probably getting a little hungry.
Getting hungry. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and your good gut bacteria looks great because that's showing the small intestine. And then
Parasites look good.
parasites are great. You don't have any.
That's, you know what else I've been taking over this season? Microgrn.
Really? How?
Huh? Right,
Now,
Phil?
were you doing it for?
Got Phil over here behind the camera. I've been telling everybody, take your Microgrn.
Well, I put a client on the Microgrn for, I was suspecting SIBO, and they feel really good on it. So why were you taking the Microgrn?
Preventative.
Just as preventative.
Yes, preventative. This is for the season, and everybody getting sick.
Yeah.
So
because it all begins in the gut.
It all starts there.
Yeah. That's awesome, and look how good everything
looks.
looks.
Great.
Let's
No
keep
candida.
no candida.
Good.
Looks
no
great.
virus, no inflammation. Oh, I'm
So
liking this.
Now we're going to look at the hormonal endocrine system stressors.
Okay.
Now, I see in women, men, nobody's hormonal endocrine system is perfectly balanced
Right.
because we're going through different phases in our life. So, but this is a really good report. Like nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
So, the hormones
Essential
are
fatty
okay.
acids look good.
Good. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. And then let's look at your immune system. So in this we'll even look at emotional stressors as well, which is really cool. It's very interesting, and sometimes depending what we're talking about with the Zyto, some crazy emotional stressors will come up, right?
I'll bet.
Look, adrenal glands are great. So the thymus is part of the immune system, right? And so we know that the immune system is a little out of balance, and we can see the thymus is a little bit there. Lymph nodes is really good. This is good. Inflammation is great. Lymphatic system, awesome. Very, very good. So let's go down and look at diet.
This is such an amazing report. There's so much information on it.
It is. It really, it shows you, it's just such a great
No wonder
way.
it takes you, an hour to talk with your clients on this.
Yeah, so
It's
they can
amazing.
understand. I'll do it on myself at home if I'm like, hey, something I just don't feel right. You know what else is a great too? If somebody has blood work, come and get this done right before the blood work or right after, and it's very comparable, which is really cool to see that too. So let's go down here. Let's look at hydration. Yeah, your hydration's really good. You know what, and that could be because we're drinking coffee right now. Because it's a little bit, can irritate the bladder.
Well, we do drink a lot of coffee.
You can't help it.
We're not perfect.
No, I cannot. That's my downfall. I love coffee. So your body does not like food stress or additives, but whose really does, right?
Right. And I stay away from. I read my labels. We don't do it.
I think you do need to eat right now.
I do.
I
Yes,
can tell.
I'm getting hungrier as we speak.
I know, because it does not help. After I do a consult, I'm like, I'm starving because I talked about food the whole time.
Right.
So let's look at mental and emotional stress. So yeah, you just need to eat. These look great.
I need to eat.
You have no candida. Awesome. This looks great. I'm sorry, you can probably hear my stomach growling.
It's either yours or mine. I don't know.
So let's look at sleep stressors. So did you eat before bed last night?
No, not right before bed.
Okay.
No, I ate around 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Did you eat anything off
Off?
compared to your normal?
Well, last night was spaghetti madness. Because Talia made sauce. She makes sauce every Thursday now. But it was organic spaghetti.
Wait, tell them how old your granddaughter is.
She just turned 9.
She's making sauce.
She's been learning for 9 years because she's been cooking with me since she was an infant.
That's awesome.
And of course, shameless plug, Cooking with Papa. It's our YouTube cooking show.
You got to check it out. It's great.
Yes, you got to go to the channel is Talia Power, Talia, and Cooking with Papa. So shameless plug. That's it. But yes, she made spaghetti madness. So I ate a lot of pasta last night.
Did you have gluten?
It was wheat, but it was organic. So yes, there was gluten.
That's the food stress, and I bet you that affected your sleep a little bit.
I'll bet it did.
That is super. See,
I also did have a slice of apple pie. What
type of crust?
Regular crust.
That's it. Okay. That's why you didn't sleep good.
Yes.
Do you see? So it's talking with people though.
And I did have a little homemade bread dip in the sauce. Come on.
Listen, I get it.
Oh man, did I overload on wheat last night or what?
That's why you didn't sleep good.
Oh,
so isn't that
God.
amazing though?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? But doing the Zyto and talking with clients, that's how you can really get a full picture of what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
So right then and there. Now, way to do it again. Have wheat again and see if it affects your sleep, and have it at night.
Yeah.
And see.
Well, we'll find out next Thursday. On next Friday.
Oh yeah.
Every Thursday, spaghetti madness.
Let's see. Do you not sleep great on? That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I know. Wow.
You know what's great is
Because remember when we first started this, I said I usually sleep really well.
Yeah.
And then this was unusual, but now we know why.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, it's
you
so
should
cool.
try if you ever try. It's very, very good. It's that almond flour pasta. It's
Yeah.
in the freezer. It's very good, but it tastes, the fettuccine is very, very
Yeah,
good.
okay, we'll have to switch it off. We can't do this every Thursday.
Yeah, I tell you, I can't
I
sleep.
know.
Yeah, your body, that's what it is.
Yeah.
We're seeing the
wheat.
food stressor additives.
From the gluten.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's really something.
That makes a lot of sense. And then it'll tell you, you're due for some chiropractic.
I am. Yes, actually. And I've been going on and off this past week. Last with Dr. Orbach and with Dr. Ross. So,
Yeah, you're due.
I'm due. Okay.
Awesome.
Good.
So that was very cool.
All right. What a great report.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly. It's like I love when you can just be like.
Can I have some on my coffee?
Yes, because I think it's more of wheat, not coffee. To be honest, I think that might have irritated the bladder more so than the coffee. Actually, now looking at it.
Right.
And you're due to eat.
Right.
You know what's funny? Too, if somebody gets hangry and they come in hungry,
Yeah.
and I'll see hate off the charts, and
Really?
I'll say to them, I go, "Are you hangry?" And they said yes, and I can see
Yeah.
it, like I could tell.
Oh my
But
God.
isn't that it's pretty cool?
Okay. So my emotions were good?
Your emotions were
Oh,
normal,
great.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No craziness.
No crazies. It is Friday. So that's good.
I know you're ready,
I'm
ready for the weekend.
Ready for the weekend. Well, this is a great example. This is a Zyto. It's a simple, non-invasive device. Dr. Ashley Rozzi is an expert at it, and the interpreting of the report is the most important part, right?
It is, and that is how I would customize a nutrition protocol. So,
Right.
I would, we would do a really in-depth history, look at everything, look at the
Right.
Zyto, look at assimilation, elimination, and I would create a report or create a program, a protocol.
Good. Excellent. Well, all you got to do is give us a call, 412-922-9355. Schedule your appointment with Ashley Rozzi, our naturopathic practitioner. Get a Zyto scan and get a lifestyle plan from Ashley Rozzi. Thanks, Ashley.
Yeah, absolutely.